10 Family traditions Princess Diana passed on to William and Harry. The royal family have many traditions, from their annual balcony appearance at Trooping the Colour to giving each other gag gifts for Christmas. Prince William and Prince Harry have grown up according to these traditions, but publicly and privately they have also been keeping their late mother Diana's traditions alive, too. Her favorite people, passions, and places have become equally important to her sons. See 10 of them. 1. Their living quarters. William and Harry grew up living with their parents in apartments 8 and 9 at Kensington Palace, and it's where Diana lived after her divorce until the time of her death. They then moved into their father's quarters at St. James Palace, as well as assorted military barracks and university digs. When they came of age and required their own official London address, Diana's boys decided to move back to Kensington Palace. William now lives in apartment 1A and Harry is based in Nottingham Cottage. 2. Their decorators. When Diana was organizing the nursery before the arrival of her firstborn, she turned to nearby children's decorating company Dragons of Walton Street for all her pastel and patterned needs. 30 years later, when William and Kate were preparing their own nursery for Prince George, they also favored dragons, selecting a Beatrix Potter theme for their eldest. 3. Their caretakers. Jessie Webb was one of the 4 main nannies who looked after William and Harry when they were young, and after Prince George was born, William and Kate hired the then 71-year-old Jessie before they found their long-term full-time nanny. 4. Their wardrobe. It's not just Prince George's baby blonde hair and cheeky look that reminds us all of Prince William when he was a similar age. The toddler prince's wardrobe is also very similar to that of his father's 30 years ago, and it's not an accident. For many of his public appearances, including the family's tour of New Zealand and Australia and visiting his sister Princess Charlotte in the hospital, George has worn the designs of Rachel Riley, who has spoken publicly about being inspired by the way Diana dressed William. George even wore William's old outfit for his first Trooping the Colour appearance. 5. Their photographer. Some of the most iconic pictures of Diana were taken by Peruvian super snapper Mario Testino, including the images for Vanity Fair in 1997. Harry later chose Mario for his official 20th birthday shots, while William chose him for his 21st birthday pictures, his engagement portraits, and for Princess Charlotte's christening. 6. Their godparents. Most of William's godparents had a royal connection, but his godmother, the Duchess of Westminster, was a friend of Diana's. When it came to choosing guardians for Prince George, William and Kate asked the Duchess's son, Earl Grosvenor, to be godfather. 7. Their laid-back lifestyle. For Diana, it was important that her boys grew up knowing what life was like outside palace walls. She would take them on the tube, the bus, and to London high street favourites like Marks and Spencer and McDonald's. In recent years, Harry has been spotted buying sandwiches in M&S, while in 2005 the Golden Arches apologised after releasing CCTV footage of him in one of their Devon branches. 8. Their charitable spirit. There were certain charities that Diana became indelibly associated with, and as her sons have passed into their working life as senior members of the royal family, they have picked up her baton. Harry has continued his mother's work with landmine charities and supporting those living with HIV/AIDS, while William has become patron of the Royal Marsden Hospital and homeless charity Centrepoint. 9. Their New York City lodging. When Diana was in New York City, she would often stay at the Carlyle Hotel on the Upper East Side. When William and Kate paid a visit to the Big Apple at the end of 2014, they too chose to stay in the famous 1930s landmark. 10. Their timepieces. As far as Diana was concerned, the time was always Cartier o'clock, thanks to her favorite designer timepiece. She wore the gold Cartier Tank Française watch, which had been a gift from her father, and after her death, William chose to keep the piece as a memento of his mother. Diana also bought William a Cartier watch which she had engraved for one of his birthdays, Then in 2014 William gifted wife Kate with the Ballon Bleu de Cartier watch for their third wedding anniversary.